address, please come forward. If you'll please state your name and address, you'll have 4 minutes to address the board.
Good evening. My name is Johnny Ashley, and I live at 20 Drive. And I guess y'all done with the dump situation, but I wrote my little opinion for the dump. I thought you guys should have had them finish putting them fences and tree lines up before you gave them permission to use that second 3 acres or whatever it was. But I guess it's over now. So this is our 11th meeting. One of the earlier times we had met, I told you the story of Chad Reed, a Texas man who had gone to pick up his child for court-ordered visitation. His ex-wife had hidden the child in violation of the court order, and the following confrontation led to the death of Chad Reed. Chad Reed's killer won't be charged, and I'm no expert in Texas self-defense laws. Another development in the case is the Texas Family Court has now decided that it is in Chad Reed's child's best interest to continue living with the man who killed their dad, a situation that the child doesn't want to be in. Christina Reed, the child's mother, who on the video of Chad Reed's death admits that she knowingly violated a court order, has yet to spend 1 minute in a jail cell or a pair of handcuffs. Per Montgomery County policy, though, Miss Reed would be treated the same way. I had said something when this happened about Virginia having a misdemeanor abduction law between custodial and joint custody parties, and requested a local ordinance making violating a court order a jailable offense. You sent me an email saying that there's nothing you can do. For real, you seriously expect me to believe that the county commission has zero pull in passing a local ordinance? I have written many politicians in many different positions, and they've all said the same thing as you. Apparently, every level of government in the state is completely powerless. It's not that you can't, it's that you won't. You had the idea for a letter. How's that coming? Abduction is to gain control of someone through violence, threat of violence, or deception. But if the deception is under oath to a family court judge, making it perjury too, it's legal. The sheriff has told me personally that the legal system, quote, won't take it seriously. Please request the sheriff to come up here sometime and explain to his constituents why certain forms of child abduction he doesn't take seriously. It's Montgomery County policy that strangers who made some arrangement with my son's mom to get custody of him, they lied in court to keep me from getting custody. Don't take my word. Take the police word from the 2 different agencies looking at it in the 2 different videos. You know what law enforcement would take seriously, though? Me not taking my son back after visitation. That's an Amber Alert, right? You know what else they take seriously? Child support. Imagine how many cops would be fired if they closed America's last debtor prison system. They happily lock up the poorest of the poor because the federal government matches what the state collects in child support per Social Security Act Title IV. You have a lawyer up there with you. Ask him if I've ever been wrong. Ask him if I'm wrong now. Virginia makes lots of money from lots of different things. That child support money is just a little tiny piece of the pie. So where's this letter to Richmond saying that you don't want that little piece of the pie because you know for a fact that children are abducted to get some of that money, and that you have a moral issue with that? Thank you. Have a good evening.
If there's anyone else that'd like to come forward for public address,